Before we get into today's video, make sure to drop a comment below on who is your favorite icon midfielder, or maybe that you have in your team, because otherwise it's just going to be Hullet. So maybe let me know if you've used any of them this year and how you found them. Let me know. Also, if we can get 80 likes on this tier list, that would be perfect. Without further ado, head straight in. Are you fed up of coming against God Squad game in and game out?
What?
If so, make sure to head over to u7buy.com using the link in the description below. And don't forget to use code RAN at checkout for an extra little discount. So, as you'll see, we do, in fact, yes, have a special tier just for Hullet. I'm going to go ahead and grab Mr. 90 Hullet. Him is his prime pretty much in a league of his own. Quite literally in a tier of his own. Also, this episode, we're going to be doing the tier list in order. So like S tier from left to right, the best S tier cards are going to be on the left, and it'll go decreasingly down to the right, and then it'll start in A tier, if that makes sense. So it's actually in order. They're not just in that tier, they're a specific place in that tier. Hopefully that makes sense. Anyways, next we got Mr. Baggio. Realistically an attacker, but you know, he's down as a cam in game, so he is in the midfielders tier list. For now, we'll leave him in A tier. That could be changed later on. Get our trusty friend Pupin handy so that we can, you know, just get a little more detail. Realistically, it's agility and balance. I think it's for like all his cards. Yeah, especially like his base card is like just quite low. Now he is 5'9", so he's a bit small, so he kind of gets away with it. And obviously the dribbling stat itself is 95, so it's not too bad. You know, lack of kind of aerial presence, lack of stamina, and he's not 90 plus pace. It does keep him at A tier. It is good to note that he does have 5-star skills, 4-star weak foot, and finesse shot trait. So, you know, he's a solid A tier card. Next up, we got Mr. Balak. I'm actually going to put Prime Balak in S tier. Once again, you'll notice with Balak, his agility and balance is a little, you know, a little sketchy. However, does have 4-star, good pace, good shooting, great passing, pretty decent defending, and good physical as well. So he is pretty good. Price, not bad at all. If I was going to use him, it would definitely be Engine to try and give him that dribbling boost. I feel like he's okay. Otherwise, he's also medium high, so you know, you can have him in that as that stay back center mid or CDM. He is still a rock defensively. Keep that in mind. You know, in that position, you don't need ridiculously good dribbling, even though it is nice to have. Next up, we got Peckham, which I'm going to definitely put B tier. And I'm only putting B tier if you move him to center mid in game. If you keep him at right mid, he's definitely C tier. So that's up to you. I would assume you would move him into center mid in game. I believe he has 3-star weak foot, 3-star skills, which is very disappointing, and even his dribbling is not great because of that agility. Average pace, but once again gets away with it in center mid, doesn't quite work out wide, so you would really need like a shadow on him in midfield. Obviously his passing is decent and his long shots are class, so you get away with that. Has finesse shot trait as well, obviously. You know, you can make him work. You can definitely make him work. He is a usable card. 85 Blanc, I'm actually going to put an S tier. This guy is an absolute demon. I'm not sure why he's so good in FIFA every year, but he just is. You know, his 2-star skills, 3-star weak foot really doesn't matter all that much, but he feels way better on the ball than he should, because he's 6'4" with relatively low agility and balance, but he still feels pretty good on ball. You'd slap a shadow on him to make up for the defending. Finishing, quite good at 86. And he's just all around just a beast in game. I think his height definitely helps him a lot. You know, for only 540k. French as well, great for chemistry. I'll be looking to give him a go for sure as well. Now, at Desai, it's a weird one. I'm going to slot him into A tier, and I'll tell you guys why. What you want to do ideally is swap him with a center back that can play CDM. So if you're looking for like the icon swap, it's the classic Matthias at center back, and you swap them in game. Also this year you can use somebody like Alaba, who would probably be better as the CDM role, and then get Desai back to center back. So if you're going to do that, he's A tier. If you're actually going to play him in midfield, just B tier. He'd be the bottom of B tier because his defense and physical and pace are still outstanding, but like on ball he is absolutely horrendous. Next up we got Essien. Actually got Baby, which I'm gonna sneak into A tier. Definitely will be bottom of A tier, and then his prime, which is definitely S tier. I would put him slightly above the Blanc, but I'd still or would I take I'd put him above Balak actually as well, so he'll be leading the S tier for now. So I mean, the issue with is actually I think that's his mid card. Yeah, that's his mid card. It's really the pace is just a little slow and he can't shoot. But it's still solid, but just not amazing. Whereas the prime gets that huge pace boost as well as boosts all around the place and just makes it a way more solid card. We'll have a little look at the in-game stats. So obviously here's 1.1 million. His agility a little low. I would definitely be running an engine on him for sure. You know, his shooting, you know, you may be thinking that's terrible, but remember at a center mid kind of CDM position, you only care about long shots and shot power, and those stats he has high, and just everything. He's got really good stats, just pretty much all over the place. So definitely a top S tier card. Gattuso, slotting into C tier, unfortunately, just tiny, bit slow. Is unreal defensively, but like can't shoot, can't dribble, can't pass. Really bailed out by his stamina, aggression kind of defense, unfortunately. Gerrard we're gonna put in B tier, very kind of similar to Beckham if you're playing with center mid. You know, not all that good, but good shooting, passing, and okay dribbling. Okay dribbling. Next we got Giggs, but him in B tier as well. Just bit dead as a card, unfortunately. He's one of these cards that just in FIFA just doesn't really work. You know, he's got a bit of pace, but ultimately 3 soft skills, 2 soft weak foot on an attacker, or wide mid even, is absolutely shocking. There's a reason he's so cheap. And it's kind of a shame that his card is so unusable in FIFA. Next up, we got Prime and Guardiola. We'll put him in A tier. I'll move him slightly ahead though. We'll resort that slightly. Like, he's a decent card, don't get me wrong. He kind of does that job to kind of the best of his abilities. You know, nothing special from him at all. He's just going to give you solid defense and physical and some decent passing. Not going to exactly do much else though. Next got Baby Hullet. Always a controversial one. Always a very controversial one. For me, I'm going to actually put him above Guardiola. Now, a lot of people disagree with me with this, but there's a few reasons I like him. First reason is got 5-star weak foot and he's 6'3". Just that presence and can pass very well on either foot. His defending on this card is surprisingly good. It's actually higher than his mid, which a lot of people forget. So that's pretty solid. Put a shadow on him and he becomes a really solid player. Issues, however, mainly go around his stamina. You do pretty much have to sub this card off, especially if you're using him on balance. You will need to sub him off at like the 70th minute, but you know, provided you have somebody like this is the thing, like this year there's a lot of these players like an Al Tarat, right? Sensational card that you can sub on, because obviously he's hard to link, but you can sub him on, chemistry doesn't matter, and he's a great sub, you know? So you definitely have the cheap options this year because he's only 13k, so I think you can definitely get away with using base Hullet. Next got Hadji, would be another attacker as well. I'd put him just above Hullet, behind Baggio. Pretty solid card, just nothing amazing. Next we got Prime Kaka, who I'm actually gonna put now leading the S tier. There's something about this Kaka card though that doesn't make him feel the best. I don't know, is it because he's 6'1" or what, but his dribbling in game is never amazing. But overall, he is a very good card. Next got Mr. Roy Keane. I'm gonna put him in A tier. We'll put him just behind Hullet, actually just behind Essien. We're gonna put him to the lower end of A tier. Very good defensively. If I was gonna use a Keane, I would actually probably use his mid over his prime. That gives you a bit more pace, which I care about more, and it's a lot cheaper. Yeah, it's a solid card, you know. Defensively a beast, but obviously it's going to provide you absolutely nothing else. So Lam, I'm going to put at the bottom of S tier. Pretty good card. Obviously is tiny, which is always an issue. Kind of has it all. He's basically a better Kante. He's Kante that can like, has a bit better dribbling and passing. So overall, pretty great card. Got Lampard, just chilling here. He'll go slightly above Giggs, but just great play in real life, but just does not translate well to FIFA. Speaking of Kante, Makelele is literally the icon version, and we'll slot him here. What keeps him behind Essien really is just the fact he cannot shoot at all. Now, he's not going to get in many shooting positions, of course, but it happens from time to time, and so for that reason, I like to keep him kind of down here. But he is still a decent option if you want a Kante type player that you can't chemistry. Kante is a bit pricey, however I'd probably take Blanc over him. Next got Maradona, gonna have to put him in S tier. We'll put both of them in S tier at the same time. Obviously Prime is better than Baby, but overall pretty good cards. Kaka is still better in my opinion because of the weak foot. It's got Prime Matthias. Now he's a demon. I'm actually gonna put him S tier above these guys. Very controversial, very controversial, but this Matthias card is always very effective. He has that low agility and balance, but because he's 5'9", he kind of gets away with it, and there's a reason he has 3 million coins. Nakata, what a guy. We'll slot him in at the top of B tier. You know, he's okay. He's okay. You can use him actually with a shadow as a box-to-box player, which if you had to use him for whatever reason, that is what I would do. You know, his interceptions go up to 85. It's just about good enough to have some defensive presence. He's got Nedved. I do enjoy a bit of Nedved every year. Put him here near the top of A tier. At 5-star weak foot, always very nice. Just the pace is really the killer. If he had like 90 plus pace, he would be a serious contender for S tier. Akacha, bit meh. Gonna put him down here, just behind SEN. Really, the pace and shooting is killer. Like, I'm pretty sure his in-game shooting is quite bad. Yeah, it's not finishing 79, which is unfortunately quite killer. Also, his passing isn't outstanding and terrible stamina, so he does have a lot of drawbacks. So unfortunately, not that amazing card. Overmars is gonna top B tier. He's not even A tier in my opinion. This guy is just bad. I don't know why. He's bad every single year. And he's got Petit, who I would definitely take over Aji and Nedved. We'll put him second on A tier. Really solid. Always can dribble though. Coupled with the 3-star attacks. Or does he have a 4-star weak foot? Or is it actually 3-star? No, it is. Yeah, it's 3-star weak foot. Kind of lets him down. His long shots are always very nice though. 90-90. Don't forget about that. Quite nice, but yeah, not amazing. Next got Pirlo. Just about take him over Baby Hullet, I suppose. Got to pass our skills for whatever reason. Don't ask me how he got them, but one of those cards, you know, these technical players just don't translate well into FIFA, as dribbling and passing is often not as important on a center mid than the likes of higher pace, defending, and physical. Next got Perez, just shocking card really. Chuck him down here. Not a fan whatsoever. Actually, nah, Kacha's better. In fact, he's a B tier card actually. Next got Rijkaard. Not too bad, but definitely not amazing. Just behind Kacha. Probably marginally better than Makelele, mainly due to that extra height, extra presence. Ricasa is not bad at all. Actually quite a good in-game card. We'll keep him here, just at the bottom end of A tier. Mr. Schweinsteiger, not really a fan of him in FIFA. Slot him there. Kind of a shame. Another player that, you know, I wish translated a bit better into FIFA. Just agility and balance. But being 6 foot is kind of a shame. Because, like, stats wise, he looks decent, but he just doesn't feel good in game whatsoever. Prime Socrates, I'm gonna put behind Rukasa even. Actually, no, we'll put him in front of Rukasa. But yeah, ultimately, just a bit meh card. His height kills him because he never feels that great on ball. Yeah, it's a 60 bounce. Being 6'4" just kills him, unfortunately. But you know, if you can set up like shots with him or passes with him, he's got that 5-star weak foot. He's got good stamina. He is really good at them, and he's great in the air. Mr. Sadov next. Sadov probably, yeah, Prime Sadov would be ahead of those, but I'd still take Hullet over him just for the extra kind of defense and height. Varane next. Another one of these just very average midfielders. Put him behind Akacha, but he is slightly better than Rijkaard in my opinion for that dribbling boost. Base Vieira will be at the bottom of S tier. He's still a super effective card. Prime Vieira, however, will be topping this S tier. Huge fan of him. Next we got Xavi, who is just another one of those technical center mids. Because he doesn't have the 5-star skills like Pirlo. Gonna drop him behind even Akacha. You got Base Zidane, who is very, very good. Put him here. Actually, we'll put him above Base Maradona, I would say. And then Prime Zidane. I'm actually gonna be taking over Vieira. That's my personal preference because 5-star skills, 5-star weak foot, finesse shot tray, and just an unbelievable card. So that is how I would rank my midfielders. Hope you guys enjoyed putting them kind of in order this time rather than just in the tiers. So maybe helps you guys out a little bit more with my preferences on them and what order they're in. If you guys got any questions, don't forget to comment them below. I obviously didn't cover all the icons, so you can let me know if I missed anybody and I'll rank them for you. If you guys are new, please subscribe, like the video if you enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time.